For the rest of the show, Tomo, floor is yours.
Man, oh man. So I got to bring it back too, Joe. We have our meetings. I'm gonna peel back the layer a little bit, let everybody know.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back, but it's kind of funny that the Jets beat me to it because he was gonna be my "you done son" when I brought it back. But the Jets, they already told him. They said, you know what, just go. Like not just not Jets go. Like just go. It's okay. We got a new coaching staff. We're gonna look for a new quarterback. It's okay. Just go. We'll find ways to make something shake. Because the Jets, they move on from Aaron Rodgers. If you don't know, now you know. The 41-year-old quarterback who came from Green Bay, MVP and also Super Bowl winner, that is Aaron Rodgers. He played 20 seasons in the league so far. So a lot of people now with the Jets just saying, hey, man, get your bags. It's time to go. The question is this the end for Aaron? Joe?
Is this the end? Mama told me one day. Hey, dog, Tomo, it might be. Now, you can't count nobody out. You never know. If we're going to see the same Aaron Rodgers we've been seeing, I'm not just talking about his play, Tomo. The play is not the problem. The problem is Aaron Rodgers as a person. If we see the same Aaron Rodgers, yes, it's the end of his career. I don't think an organization would want to bring that into the organization. But if he has a change of heart and want to change his ways, then no, it's not going to be the end of his career. So they got betting odds on different teams, right? Who might get Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to just count just a few of them. I'm going to show you like the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to give you the top 7, all right? We got the Colts plus 850 to get him. If Aaron Rodgers had a decent attitude, probably a great place for him, Tomo. Like Anthony Richardson, they unsure with him. He's getting in and out the lineup every single the first 2 years been in the league. Like he needs some maturing to do himself. They had to lean on Joe Flacco and guys like that these last 2 years. So having Aaron Rodgers would be a great situation for that. But is he good for the locker room? We don't know. So I would say I would scratch out the Colts. Tennessee Titans. They need a quarterback, right, Tomo? Their defense is pretty good. Tony Pollard needs somebody, handle. They pretty. They got some, they got some cap space, I believe, right? They got a high. What are they? First round draft? They the first overall pick. They got a high draft pick, right? Yeah, so, but with that high draft pick, guess what? You don't need Aaron Rodgers. But if Aaron Rodgers was Aaron Rodgers, like if we just talk about his play, he could be perfect for whatever QB they want to draft. But the fact that he's not good for the locker room, he won't be good for the Titans. The Vikings, plus 400. Why in the world would the Vikings go out and get him? So you can repeat what Brett Favre did? Man, the Vikings got J.J. McCarthy. They still got Sam Darnold who can keep. Why would they go and get Aaron Rodgers? Plus, if Aaron Rodgers go there, the expectations are high. If you don't do better than Sam Darnold, guess what? He gonna get crushed. So that's out the picture. 49ers are up here, which I was shocked. They're third best odds, 49ers. They got Bob Purdy. Sorry. And the Raiders could have been a good destination. They got a new head coach. They need a quarterback too. Defense is pretty okay, right? But once again, the locker room.
I think the locker room did it, but we don't know if you there, Joe?
I don't, yeah.
I think the Wi-Fi.
All these teams, I'm not with it. Now, I do want to say before I pass you, Tom, all right? Aaron Rodgers, percentage.
20%, 40%. Joe, your connection right now ain't the best right now. I don't know if you can.
Interceptions, fourth lowest in his career, for fourth highest in his career. QB was his lowest as a starter for. I'm going to say yes, it's over unless he changes ways.
Joe, could you hear me this whole time?
I knew I was breaking up or something. Something was going on my end.
Okay, cool. All I heard was I think it's going to be over. So I'm glad you.
Oh, y'all ain't hear me?
We heard the percentages. You said something about Brock Purdy. You got to the Vikings. You
Oh,
said
y'all
the
heard
Vikings.
all the stats.
We
Okay,
heard
cool.
Vikings. We heard a little bit of the stats. You got the Raiders, and that's when it kind of went a little choppy. You said it might be the best. As soon as you said the best
Okay.
predicament for them, it like did something crazy. So I guess the Raiders is out too, based upon your connection.
Yeah. So, all right, real quick. Let me repeat the numbers real quick. I'm going to real fast with this. This year with the Jets, his percentage, completion percentage, fourth lowest in his career. Yards, third lowest in his career. This is as a full season. Third lowest in his career. TDs, fourth lowest in his career. Interceptions, fourth highest in his career. QB rating, and he's the QB rating master. Worse than his career, Tomo, as a full-time starter. So, nah, his play don't equal out to the locker room.
So is this the end for Aaron Rodgers? I can't sing the song like Joe did, so I'm gonna just play this. You're done, son. Now, I don't think, like, I agree with you on everything that you said, Joe. I don't think his play is done. I think everything that comes along with Aaron Rodgers, the antics and everything like that, I think that's what's done. However, out of all the teams that you just named, there's one team that he can literally just stay in the city with because they need a quarterback. I know you don't want to hear about it because it's in our division, but if I'm the Giants, I might take a risk. I'm like, hey, what do we have to lose at this point? We don't have we have somewhat of a high draft pick, but by then the quarterbacks that we want may be gone. So do we really want to scout that much? We just got the notification that the owner's selling like 10% of his shares in the team. You see what Saquon Barkley, you see what the GM done did to him. He like, look, I don't even want to own the team no more. I'm done. Saquon done win and won the ring. I don't even want to do it no more. So now at this point, the GM should pull in a quarterback because you already got a wide receiver. You got a young running back that you can believe in just a little bit. And you have a defense that's sustainable. And in a division where you have one quarterback coming off a Super Bowl, you got a rookie phenom that's on the rise. You got Dak Prescott, who's been owning the Giants for a majority of his career, but he's the oldest, well, we would say he's the veteran in the actual division. So why not add Aaron Rodgers to this mix and see if he can make something shake? Because again, what's the running theme with the NFC East? No one wins the division twice in a row. So the Eagles just won it. Why not try to make a big splash for a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers? He can stay at MetLife. He doesn't have to change too much outside of his jersey and probably his number. But again, you bring him over there. So that's what I was thinking about when I said, is it really over? Because I went back to a conversation we was having about top 5 quarterbacks and remember how Aaron Rodgers was on the list. And I was like, you know what? Let me just throw Troy Aikman out there since we got Aaron Rodgers up there. The last time he got one Super Bowl, he got one MVP. And I know when Carl if wherever Carl's at and he hit Troy Aikman, he gonna pop up. So I know he about to say something. But again, I was like, how you gonna have Aaron Rodgers over Troy? And he got 3 Super Bowls. So now looking at Aaron Rodgers' career, it all goes back to what I watched on Netflix also is that he's a perfectionist. When he wants to do something, he wants to be great at something, he sets his mind to it, he can do it. However, I think the glitz and glamour of the NFL got to him early, and he was like, this is not the person I really want to be. I'm really just a down-to-earth person. So the same person that we see on Pat McAfee, I truly believe that's who Aaron Rodgers is, and he just like, y'all want me to be something different, and this is just what I want to be. However, the locker room and the times have changed, Aaron. You're older. These kids are younger. They're playing Call of Duty. They're playing Fortnite. They're playing Marvel Rivals and all this. Like, you just don't relate to the locker room. Why not go to the Giants where they're still trying to build the culture and make something shake? So I think he's done for teams who's probably trying to reshape their culture, but I also don't think he's done as a player.
See, the only thing about the Giants is that we just saw Garrett Wilson get frustrated with him. We got Malik Neighbors, man. You see how throw me the ball. that's Malik Neighbors. And plus the Giants got the 3rd overall pick. So they looking to get their quarterback right there. You know, so
will they
we still confused about what Cleveland gonna do. Are they gonna get a quarterback?
True. Cleveland is the wild card in this race.
They second, they right in the middle. So like Tennessee, first overall, they gonna get a quarterback for sure. And then what Cleveland gonna do?
So. I think it does boil down to what Tennessee does. If Tennessee goes get Shador, how much does Cleveland believe in Cam?
See, the best spot for real for Aaron Rodgers, from Aaron Rodgers, obviously the 49ers, but realistically,
Saints.
Saints.
I'm just
Realistic.
saying. You want to throw the ball?
You gotta take one. Oh yeah, true. You want to throw the ball. Realistically, the best place for him, if I'm him, is Pittsburgh. But
Hmm.
you know, Mike Tomlin is very controlled over his locker room.
Is he?
Although, is he? That's true. And I say you're right. But like he had some wild cases and still was able to be successful with the wild cases going on. Aaron Rodgers need to go somewhere also where the expectations won't be high. They won't be high. Like when the expectations won't be high, he try to live to those expectations. He's in the media like when they beat the Patriots. What did he say? He said, "Now we got to start dominating." I'm like, dog. Like,
You don't think he gonna do that in Pittsburgh?
I think he was. Tell you the truth, man. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like no matter where he go, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like if you were GM, would you get him?
It depends on the situation I'm in. Like I said, if I'm the Saints, I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of Derek Carr, and I could probably bring in Aaron Rodgers at a cheaper price because of the cap situation we got going on. Like that's one of those. That's what I'm saying. If it depends on my real situation. If I'm the Saints, I would do it. If
The Saints
I'm
actually good, Tomo. No, I'm thinking
yeah,
about it. No, go ahead.
if I'm the Steelers, nah. I find a way to keep Russ because we still got Fields. He's either Russ or Fields. I gotta make that decision. I wouldn't bring Aaron Rodgers into that mix.
The Saints is good. They got Clint Kubiak who likes to run the ball. They got Alvin Kamara. They got receivers over. They got Shaheed and what's the name? Chris Olave.
If he comes back.
If
I think he might. I don't know. Depends. He might retire.
I mean, who the quarterback? I mean, he keep getting them dead balls thrown to him.
That is true.
So no, I'm sorry, Derek Carr. I don't mean to say that. Like, I'm not going
to. No, you got to call. You got to. Hey, look, man. You got to call it like how you see
I'm not. I mean, I just said that because that's like known. That's like him and Michael. What's the name? Thomas was going through that. Whatever they want to. But Saints, I like that spot.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the list of teams right now. It's Saints or I was about to say Oakland. Saints or the Raiders.
Oakland. See, Oakland, you in another tough division.
Now
I like the Saints.
It's Vegas. I was thinking it's Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
They're gonna get us.
But the Saints though is good because of weak division. Like every year the division leader win like 9, 10 games. Falcons might be better next year though, but it's tough. Will Kellen Moore want him though, or will Kellen Moore as a head coach? No, Kellen Moore, I'm not getting.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. As a GM, I'm setting Kellen up. My bad, Kellen. My bad. Yeah, that would be bad because now you got to deal with him every day. You got to come out and answer questions about that, and you just try and get the team right. And they already going through something too. Yeah, nah, my bad, Kellen. I didn't mean to do that. Coming off a Super Bowl, he might be calling the Eagles back. Like, hey man, y'all still got room for one more? like I'm out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's over until he changed his ways.
So then I think we may have just seen the last of Aaron Rodgers then.
And I think he knows it. He got too much pride, man.
Yeah, nah. I don't know if you watched that thing on Netflix. I think it's like Enigma. I forgot the name of it, but it's documentary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah. It's gonna be tough.
And it's a thing though. What makes it worse is that. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Before we start doing R2L, would you always say that you'll put Aaron Rodgers over Brett Favre?
That's tough.
I would.
I'm gonna say yes though. Yeah.
But now, how you feel?
I think he's like his Frankenstein, honestly.
But Brett Favre is actually doing good with the Jets. That he just got hurt, and then he went to Minnesota, and then went to the NFC Championship game. Remember that? He had a really good year that year.
See that when you're talking about players, I'm with you as far as I'm putting
players.
Yeah, I'm putting Aaron Rodgers over Brett, but their off the field similarities is crazy. Like if he was to end up to go, if Aaron Rodgers ended up on the Vikings, this would be a parallel universe for real because we literally just watched him go from the Packers, Brett Favre, to the Jets, Brett Favre, to the Vikings, Brett Favre, and if they end up in the NFC Champion, like it's just too much against the Saints. That's what they beat, right? Oh, that's what they played? Yeah.
It's crazy because Aaron Rodgers, they two different quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers is more efficient, not throwing a lot of picks. Brett Favre was a complete opposite. He was more of a gunslinger. But Brett Favre, man, I know Aaron Rodgers won more MVPs. They got the same amount of rings. Brett Favre went to more Super Bowls. He went to 2, at least. He lost to the Broncos. But I don't know. Brett Favre, man. I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers, man. I don't know. His
Aaron
playoff
Rodgers.
success ain't high.
I'll
Huh?
say this before we move on to our next topic. Aaron Rodgers may be a great offensive coordinator or a great quarterback coach. If that's where he wants to go with it, I can see it because he was dicing up some offenses, man. And
He
like
could probably be a good offensive coordinator. I'm with that.
I can see that.
I can see that too. I can see that.
Well, I mean, you can see that. He probably can't see that. But Dak got a lot to say what he was saying about this NFC East. Now, I'm gonna let you play the clip before I go into my diatribe, but